TI family, 912, it was 9/11, but I had to delete the previous video, so synchronicity on point. Channeling is amazing right now. They're threatening to, my B2K is threatening to turn me into a super soldier. Also, heart attacks, yada, yada, yada. Same old bullshit every day. But arrests to be made. My channeling with the Galactic Federation, the Arcturian Council has spoken. Arrests will be made. Facebook will be held accountable for numerous things. So the Facebook Paw Patrol and all the crimes that they're committing against humanity will be held accountable during these times. So stay strong on your battlefield, you guys. I know a lot of our targeting has been amplified with the desperation of the enemy. We got the deep state underground. They're dedicating their whole life to this AI beast machine. Focusing in on that because it's their only and final hope for the final countdown. Now that their networks are being demolished and torn to pieces, they live in fear right now, wondering every second of the day, in paranoia. They like to label a lot of TIs and just people in general with things like schizophrenia. And by the way, after this is over, reevaluations across the board will be necessary once they're finally exposed with this technology. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see it. Finally get to see them. And their ugly faces. And boy, do they stink. Oh, I think it's hilarious. They dug their own graves. And now they live in the dirt. Anyways, you guys, so, they're sitting here telling us what we want to hear and sugarcoating everything. We all know that they control the media. They own the media. So, of course, they're only going to allow you to hear just so much. But it's up to us, humanity, to really pull the plug on the lies and reveal the truth so the truth can surface. We can't depend on the ones who are governing our minds to keep us under control. These are the ones that have created these systems in order for them to parasitically network and continue to do what they do behind closed doors. And now that this technology is finally being mentioned, they're talking about directed energy weapons ever so lightly, but now the enemy is claiming that they're undetectable. Well, of course they don't want you to be able to detect them. That's not a brain fart, those are dues. Of course they don't want you to find out. So stay strong on your battlefield. They're about to expose themselves. They're literally that retarded. They're not as smart as people think they are. They gotta hire criminal scumbags to do their dirty work for them. So maybe they are kind of smart. They gotta hire convicts, terrorists, pedophiles, rapists, murderers. There's money laundering all across the board, treason. They gotta use other countries for treason reasons to attack one individual. And I know it sounds kind of far-fetched, but when you're a threat to their trillion-dollar industries and virtual sex trafficking, you become a major issue and problem. Oh no. And she's only 5'2", 105 pounds. What a horrible monster she is. So, yeah, they're attacking every aspect of my life. When they kick me around and kick me when I'm down, I don't stay down long enough for these scumbags to laugh. They couldn't do half of the shit I do. They're fucking worthless. They'd rather sit here and live my life, do the virtual tech, and call it something. It's like a bunch of retards trying to enjoy spring break in a hive mind. It's literally like I'm stuck in a room full of retards. I'm waiting for one of them to lick a window. This is what I'm up against. But all of a sudden, when they start zapping me, all of a sudden they're professional and important and authority. Zap, zap, ping, ping, ping. We're something special. You better respect our authority, little lady. But some of them dress like women. It's fucking hilarious. How can I respect somebody who wears hot pink pumps and lip gloss? Yes, this is what we're up against. Men who lather up in monarch programming and enjoy it a lot. And use the excuse of their broken minds to continue to reel out their abuse on an innocent individual because they enjoy the monarchy and being a beta kitten or monarch slave to a bunch of members in a secret cult. They call themselves secret societies, but they're not functional. They can't function in society. It's just, they can't. They're cults. They hide behind closed doors and they literally wear church shoes. They dress up in fancy clothes and call their wickedness important. And they're not. They're just scum. They can't even look at their own reflection. So they choose to deflect the reflection and reflect on us. Reflect their abuse and their evil, wicked ways on us. They're literally bottom feeding scum. We're talking bottom of the barrel. It's just like dirt. They're just dirt. Just there, non-existent. Just yuck. And they think they're a part of this awakening, and they're not. They think they're literally, this has nothing to do with them. They had their chance. They had their time. It's ours now. It belongs to us. It will never again belong to them because they're going to get wiped out. All of them. Every single one of them is about to get wiped out. They choose to be wicked. They want to sit there and claim and tell TIs that it's not their fault and they can't help it, this, that, and the other. This is not true. Every being, even demonic beings, have free will. So choices are being made. And no TI should be held accountable or responsible for their wicked ways. You can't sit there and sexually assault somebody, beat them, rape them, and say, it's not my fault. It is your fault. You should not hurt people. You are fully responsible for your actions. I'm not responsible for what you do. You are fully responsible and aware of your actions. You can't blame it on anybody but yourselves. I will not be held accountable. They're adults. They're not little kids. However, they do put young ones in here, I can assure you that, to train them to be monkey minds, terrorists, monsters, to teach them how to abuse, psychologically abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, how to deprive a human being of love and just their natural state of being. They teach them how to be monsters. And then point the fingers at everybody else but themselves. There should be, before this is over, a big fat mirror to just sit in front of them for at least 5 minutes. And everything that they've ever accused anybody in this world while they do what they do, let them say it in front of a mirror. They really choose to not reflect. Their smear campaigns, the smear campaigning that they use to create what is known as witchcraft, to amplify a sort of karmic debt, because they know how the universe works. The synchronicity of things amplifies the manifestation and signals and symbolism, etc., etc. They know how it all works. They know exactly how it all works. This is why they do what they do. Hold on, Papa. Good. This is why they do what they do. The synchronicity in things, the smear campaigning, to basically make their actions, their crimes, excusable. If they get humanity to believe it, it excuses and condones their behavior. This is how they get away with human sacrifices. They use human sacrifices to rid themselves of their karmic debt, to create a order of balance. This is what they do. Bloodshed. To remove the karmic debt. This is what they stand for. This is what they all stand for. If they can get you to believe something, it's a wrap. They're parasites. They have no power. Obviously, the power is us. They are nothing. Without us, they are absolutely nothing. They don't stand a chance. Why do you think they got to do all these things? To get you to believe, to get you to believe, to get you to believe. They're good cop, bad cop agendas. Vote for the lesser evil. You put two pedophiles on a platform, and they actually call it a choice. This is conditioning of the minds and what they've done to our minds and humanity. Programming of the mind. This is how they program our minds and target children when they're young. A perfect example of one of their manipulation tactics, T-I-C-K-S, because they are parasite ticks. They're like fleas on the mind, body, and spirit. Would you rather swim in a pool of sharks for $1 million, or would you rather swim in a pool of alligators for $1 million? That is mind programming. This is how you know the enemy has an influence on your mind and is there. They want to be the invisible parents of your children. This is how you know the enemy is there. It is mind programming and conditioning. This is what they stand for. And they call themselves special. They parade on stage with their Lady Gagas and their weird freaking clothes. Their clothes are freaking stupid. And they call it fashion. They wear weird stuff over their faces, bird cages, the whole freaking nine, and just a bunch of circus freaks, sideshow bobs. They're nothing but a bunch of clowns. And then you would think with all the adrenochrome that you freak shows have to consume because you think you could be gods if you do in something important. But God, do they look god awful. They look like dead mummies. They are nothing. They stand for nothing. They're fighting for the lies. That's it. They'll never fight for the truth. The only thing that they are fighting for is a lie, and that is it. It even says it in the Bible, the father of all lies. The lies are what they are fighting for. Because when the truth is revealed, they have no power. They are fighting for the lies. So therefore, there is nothing there. They are non-existent and fighting for something that's not even real and is non-existent. A lie. To hold the truth that does not belong to them. It is not theirs to take. They can't take it anymore. Everything is returning back to its divine state and back to source. And there is nothing they can do about it. They might be able to wipe me out and take me out, but the truth remains, even if I'm not here. And even in the hereafter, I'll still be a problem for them. You guys stay strong on the battlefield. Don't give up.